Naimbag na aldaw kinyayo aming kakabsat and welcome sa Usapang Tito Manny. Marami na po ang nagsabi na kahit mag-resign si Vice President Sara Duterte sa kanyang posisyon, ay wala pa rin siyang kawala sa impeachment trial dahil kailangan pa pong pag-usapan yung kanyang disqualification from any government office. Dahil kapag nag-resign po siya, yun lang first prayer na removal from office ang matutupad. Eh mayroon pa palang second prayer yon. Yun nga pong disqualification. So kahit na mag-resign si Sara Duterte, wala po siyang kawala. Pero ganun nga ba yon? Meron po akong napanood na video ni Atty. Rene Bueno at medyo kinabahan ako. May posibilidad ba na mabasura yung impeachment ni Sara Duterte kung ang trial ay sa July pa uumpisahan? May posibilidad ba na hindi matuloy ang impeachment at ito ay mabasura? Kapag nagkaganon, ang bubuntunan ng sisi at galit ng taong bayan ay itong Senate President na si Chis Escudero. Hindi nga kaya may maitim na balak si Chis, kaya pinadelay ng pinadelay at hindi man lang tinalakay ang impeachment complaint na inihain ng House of Representatives. Pakinggan po natin at intindihin mabuti ang paliwanag ni Atty. Rene Bueno sa posibilidad na mabasura ang impeachment trial dahil hindi agad kumilos si Senate President Chis Escudero. Panoorin po natin ito.
Buenos dias, buenos tardes, buenas noches mga amigos, mga amigas, sa aking mga kumpanyeros at kumpanyeras na tumatangkilik dito sa aking YouTube channel. Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Ito pong muli ang inyong lingkod, Atty. Rene Bueno. Bueno, sa episode na to ay pag-usapan po natin yung tungkol sa jurisdiction of Senate as an impeachment court. Itong jurisdiction na topic na to ay sumagi sa aking isipan dahil kaninang umaga ay napakinggan ko ang isang panayam ni Miss Karen Davila dito kay dating Justice, Supreme Court Justice na si Adolf Pascuna. Sa kanilang panayam ay pahapyaw na pag-usapan yung jurisdiction ng Senado as an impeachment court na pwedeng mawala, no? Because of inaction on the part of the Senate to convene itself as an impeachment court. Yan. So magandang usapin to at medyo hindi to napapansin ng ibang mga vloggers at hindi to ginagawang topic sa kanilang mga artikulo. So dito sa atin, pag-uusapan natin to sapagkat medyo complex yung issue but we will try to explain in detail kung kailan at paano mawawala ang jurisdiction ng Senado as an impeachment court to try and decide the impeachment complaint, no, against the Vice President Sara Duterte. Alam naman po natin na ang ating mababang kapulungan ay merong exclusive power to initiate impeachment proceedings. At kapag nakapag-initiate yan, ay yan ay magpe-prepara ng articles of impeachment at kapag ito ay inaprubahan ng House of Representatives, ay yan ay tinatransmit na sa upper house, sa Senado. At ang Senado naman ay pag natanggap na yan, ang kanilang susunod na hakbang ay mag-set ng specific rules, mag-publish ng panibagong rules of procedures, yung procedures of impeachment, at mag-a-appoint yan ng mga committees, no? Re-reviewin ang impeachment complaint, at marami pang mga hakbang na ginagawa dyan prior to convening itself as an impeachment court. So ang tanong dito kasi ay kailan ba nag-a-acquire ng jurisdiction ang ating Senate as an impeachment court at kailan nawawala to? So yan po ang ating i-discuss isa-isa. When does the Senate as an impeachment court acquire jurisdiction at kailan nawawala to? Pag sinampan na ba yung articles of impeachment, automatically the Senate acquires jurisdiction over that impeachment complaint against Vice President Sara Duterte? Hindi po. Hindi sila agad-agad nag-acquire ng jurisdiction over the case. Kailangang the Senate must still convene as an impeachment court before it acquires full jurisdiction, no, para maumpisahan na yung trial. Sabi ko nga kanina, yung pagtanggap sa impeachment complaint or sa articles of impeachment at gumawa ng mga hakbang katulad ng pag-set ng specific rules, publication of rules of procedure, at pag-schedule ng trial dates, no, at pag-appoint ng mga different committees, pagre-review ng impeachment complaint, ayan po ay mga hakbang na hindi pa nagbibigay ng ng jurisdiction sa ating Senado as an impeachment court. The Senate must still convene formally as an impeachment court before it acquires jurisdiction over the case. Okay, so kapag na-acquire niya, palagay mo, nag-convene na siya, no, as an impeachment court, ay dyan magsisimula yung trial. At dyan, nagkaroon na siya ng jurisdiction to try and decide the impeachment complaint. Pero habang hindi pa nagko-convene ang Senado as an impeachment court, hindi niya pa na-convert yung kanyang body as an impeachment court, ay hindi pa nakaka-acquire ng full jurisdiction ang ating Senado. So sa nangyayari ngayon sa kaso ni Vice President Sara Duterte, na transmit na kasi yung impeachment complaint. Kaya nga lamang merong inaction on the part of the Senate. Diba, ang ginawa lang yata nila, a few steps, no, regarding the impeachment of complaint or articles of impeachment, ni-receive at may ginawang ibang hakbang. Pero they failed to convert itself, no, as an impeachment court. So therefore, the Senate as an impeachment court, hindi pa nagko-convene, wala pang jurisdiction ang impeachment court. Kailangan mo-convert mo muna yung sarili mo as an impeachment court before you may acquire full jurisdiction. So ano ang legal implications nito? Kapag hindi mo agad-agad kinonvert yung iyong sarili as an impeachment court sa kabila ng merong kautusan, ang ating saligang batas, the highest law of the land, no, yung ating 1987 Constitution, na kung saan sinasabi na kapag natanggap ng ating Senado ang isang impeachment complaint coming from the House of Representatives, ay kinakailangan na ang Senado shall forthwith proceed with the trial. Kaso hindi ginawa ng Senado yan. Ano ang legal na implikasyon? Hindi sila nagko-convert into an impeachment court. At ang sabi pa nga ay after the SONA na daw. So, delikado yan. Alam nyo ba kung bakit? Kasi bago na yung composition ng House of Representatives. At bago na din yung entire composition of the Senate. If the Senate has not yet acquired jurisdiction over this impeachment complaint, ano mangyayari? The House of Representatives may withdraw the complaint kasi wala pang jurisdiction si Senado. And the new set of representatives from the lower house, paano ganito yan, ha? Yung bagong set of representatives from the lower house, kakampi ni Duterte. Tingnan nyo yung senaryo. Paano kung majority nanalong congressman ay kakampi ni Duterte, ni Sara, Vice President Sara Duterte? They may decide to withdraw the impeachment complaint. Is that possible? Yes, that is legally possible. Why? Because the Senate has not yet acquired jurisdiction over the impeachment of Vice President Sara Duterte. Why? Because they have not converted themselves as an impeachment court. Kasi nagkaroon ng inaction on the part of the Senate, no? Through its leader na si Chis Escudero. So, anytime, no, with the new set of representatives from the lower house, if they will decide, the impeachment is not our priority. Sinabi ng house yan, ng bagong house. At yung mga prosecutors appointed by the former house ay natalo. Palagay mo, ang nanalo lang si Congressman Jinky Luistro. Walang magagawa yan. So, paano kung yung mga kasama niya ay hindi pinalad na ma-re-elect sa Kongreso at nag-decide ang majority, that is not our priority. Let us withdraw the impeachment complaint filed by the 19th Congress. Can that be done? Yes, that is legally possible because the Senate has not yet acquired jurisdiction over the case. Diba? Na-file mo pero wala pang jurisdiction yun. No? In order for the Senate to acquire jurisdiction over the case, they must convert themselves as impeachment court. Pag nag-impeachment court yan, isa-isa yan susumpa at gagawa ng different committees, tsaka mag-i-schedule ng trial, and then full-blown trial. So sa kaso ng Senado, walang ginawang ganyan yan. Hindi nag-convert. At sabi, nung una, June 2, di ba, June 2, June 4, tapos pangalawa, ngayon, the other day, sinabi, after the SONA na. So the possibility is that the Senate will lose jurisdiction over the impeachment complaint. Ganun lang kasimple yan. So it is necessary on the part of the Senate to forthwith proceed with the impeachment trial. Dahil sinasabi ng saligang batas na you need to act immediately on the impeachment complaint. No, otherwise, lalo na after the midterm election, you might lose jurisdiction. Kasi hindi mo kinonvert yung sarili mo eh. Di ba? So, masyadong legally possible na talagang mawalan kayo ng jurisdiction. Ganito lang eh. Sa simpleng paliwanag, no? By way of analogy, yung ipapaliwanag ko yung phrase sa ating saligang batas na sinasabi na once the Senate has received the articles of impeachment, the Senate shall forthwith proceed with the impeachment trial. Kunwari nagmamaneho tayo, di ba? Ako yung nasa unahan, nasa highway tayo, o kaya nasa EDSA. Pa-cross na ako ng EDSA corner Ortigas Avenue. Ako yung nasa unahan. At medyo madaming sasakyan sa likod ko. Biglang nag-stop. Ditigil ako. Di-stop din lahat yung nasa likod ko. Okay? Sakyan nyo to Pag nag-stop, nakalagay doon red light sa stoplight. Di ba? Red. Okay. So, mag-iintay tayo lahat. Kung may mga 50 o 100 sasakyan sa harapan ko, ang pag-usad namin ay nakadepende sa akin. Bilang driver na nasa unahan, no, nung lane na yon, ay naka-stop. The moment nag-green light yan, what should I do? No? As a driver, no, I need to immediately move, no? Dapat umandar ako, no, at upang ang mga nasa likuran ko ay makagalaw na rin. Dahil ang sabi ng green light, you need to proceed immediately with your point of destination. Yun ang ibig sabihin ng green light. Parang sa impeachment, nagbigay ng green light yung saligang batas na the moment you receive the articles of impeachment, green light, you need to forthwith proceed with the impeachment trial. Sa traffic, ganun din. Kapag nakita mo yung green light, you need to forthwith proceed, no, to your point of destination. Otherwise, no, it will affect the rights of the other drivers na nasa likuran ko. Bakit? Kung hindi ko pinaandar kagad yun, apektado lahat yung 50 hanggang 100 sasakyan na nasa likuran ko. Ganon din sa impeachment trial. If you will not forthwith proceed with the trial, it will affect the rights of the other parties. Unang-una, yung mga nag-complain through the House of Representatives, yung taong bayan, yung mamamayan. Bakit? Public interest yan. No? Karapatan nila yan na dapat umusad ka immediately. Why? Because ang pinag-uusapan dito, pera ng taong bayan. Daan-daang milyong piso ang nakasalalay sa kasong na to. Dapat maibalik sa treasury ang perang nawawala na yan. So kapag hindi ka umaksyon immediately, that would affect the people. And you will be liable also kung di ka action. Bakit? Kasi you are trying to stop, you are trying to hold on the accountability of the accused officials, Nawawala yung principle of accountability dito, And this official shall be made accountable to the people, Parang doon sa stoplight. If I will not be able to proceed after seeing that green light, the rights of the other people behind me will be affected also. Paano kung yung iba dyan nagmamadali, may appointment na in 15 minutes time, in 30 minutes time, malilate sila sa appointment kapag hindi ako umandar. Yung failure ko lang to go or to proceed within a period of 2 minutes, 5 minutes, that will greatly affect their rights. Bakit? Paano kung may multi-million meeting yan sa ibang mga kliyente doon sa Makati or sa Alabang? Yung 5 minutes is very important, very crucial yan sa kanila. Just like in the phrase, the Senate shall forthwith proceed with the trial. Masyadong importante yung oras dito. Kasi yung oras, pag hindi mo nasunod, wala kang timeline as to when you will convert yourself as an impeachment court, there is a legal possibility that the Senate will lose its jurisdiction. Very possible. Because until now, you have not yet converted yourself as an impeachment court. And if you have not yet converted yourself as an impeachment court, you have not yet acquired jurisdiction over the case of Vice President Sara Duterte. At pagdating ng July, that can be made as a legal defense of Vice President Sara Duterte for you not to proceed with the impeachment complaint transmitted by the 19th Congress. Sasabihin lang ni Vice President dyan, oy, teka muna, huwag ituloy. Bakit? Wala ka ng jurisdiction over the case. One legal possible defense. And Sara Duterte may file a petition in the Supreme Court para ma-question niyang impeachment complaint that may proceed on that 20th Congress. Di ba? Kuha nyo? So, importante. Napakahalaga ng oras, ng panahon na ang ating Senado ay kumilos. At kung hindi siya kikilos, maaaring mawalan siya ng jurisdiction to try and decide the impeachment complaint against Vice President Sara Duterte. So hanggang dito na lamang po. Sana po huwag niyong kalimutan mag-like, mag-share at mag-subscribe sa aking YouTube channel dito sa Attorney Bueno Law and Beyond. Maraming salamat po at magandang araw po sa inyong lahat.
Ayan, ano ang masasabi nyo? Ano ang plano ni Senate President Chis Escudero kung bakit pinadelay niya ng pinadelay ang impeachment trial ni Sara Duterte? Ano ang balak ni Senator Chis? Kayo po, ano ang masasabi ninyo? Comment lang po down below and I will see you in my next video. Diyos ti Agmina.